Hello everybody, it's TMOG 217. Welcome to a LEGO Ninjago set review. Taking a look at set number 70603, the Raid Zeppelin. The set contains 294 pieces, 3 minifigures, and released in the beginning of 2016 as part of the Skybound wave of Ninjago sets. And it can retail for $29.99 USD, $39.99 Canadian, and $32.99 euros. Taking a look at the side build first, you have Zane's little flyer glider thingy. Not a unique build, really. It does have some nice part usage for those spinner crowns in silver. Pretty cool that they use that in an actual set as a build. I actually kind of like that. You have a little sticker on there that has Zane's little symbol on there. And this does have stud shooters on it. And to access those, you just basically fold those down and then press down on the bottom and it will shoot out quite simply, and it's easy to reload like so because it is just firing studs. There are some shurikens on the top there that you can remove if you want to have that being the weapon, I guess. Also, those stud shooters can move that far, I guess. Zane kind of fits on there semi-comfortably. You can only have him on here if he has one hand attached to that handlebar. Other than that, it's kind of loose. There's no way he plugs into this build, unfortunately. But he does come with a nice little Jin blade with a J trapped inside it, and that is exclusive to this set. It's one of the collectible weapons within this wave of sets. But yeah, let's have a look at the main build now. Alright, so here we have the Raid Zeppelin. It's definitely looking show accurate, I would say. It definitely has a bunch of play features, which we'll look at in just a second here. But just take a look at this. This whole build definitely looks like a balloon-styled ship. Definitely looks pretty cool. You do have stickers all over the build. On both sides of the build, you have these stickers here that have the Sky Pirates logo along with some exposed gears and such. Love the use of the anchor pieces on the sides there. Definitely looks like an interesting design choice. At the front, you have kind of like a skull, a dragon skull, I assume, that's brick built, and on top of that you have a cannon. Now, if you move this figure out of the way, there are some things on the side here that you can take off. Take these little cylinders, load it into the cannon, and then what you do is probably tilt this up. It's a little awkward to hold, but you push this little knob. You can kind of see that. You push that all the way back, and it's supposed to shoot out really far, really fast. So I could try... I'm sorry, I'm being too cautious here, guys. Alright, for real. My hand was in the way. There it is. It's gone forever now. So that was how you use the cannon. Definitely be careful with that because you can lose that piece if you're not careful enough. It shoots out really fast. But yeah, moving on. There are 2 stud shooters on either side of the ship. Same concept as with the little flyer. You push down on a little lever and it's supposed to shoot out. And you do get 1 extra piece of ammo on either side right there. And there is enough room to fit 1 minifigure right here in front of the cannon. As for the sides of the ship, I don't know. It looks a little tight of a fit, but it is barely doable. That's what it looks like if you put a minifigure on the side there. Looks okay, I guess. Not my preference to display a minifigure, but hey, if you got multiple Sky Pirates, go for it. Another one of the play features is, if you look at this piece of TNT in a barrel, how it kind of moves around a little freely here. If you pull this on the back right here, it falls down. So it's a little dropping mechanism that's built into the set, so you can kind of see that right there, how that kind of works. Pretty simple. And then on the front here, you have Clancy with his stuff just loosely shoved in there, and he's basically piloting the vehicle, and that looks pretty good. Now, if you remove all the pieces here, so we can have a better look at the console, Alright, so you can kind of get a better look at the console here. It does use 2 printed bricks on the bottom there, as well as a stickered console sticker piece thingy-mabobber. On the side panels here, they do use a printed shuriken of sorts, as well as there is a nice little plastic flag showing the Sky Pirates logo, and that's held in place using a spear, so it can go down that far as well as up that far. Pretty cool. Get a better look at the deck now with all that stuff removed. Looks pretty cool. Definitely spacious for some minifigures. But yeah, speaking of those minifigures, let's have a look at them. Taking a look at the first 2 minifigures, on the left we have Doubloon, and on the right we have Clancy. Both of these combinations are exclusive to this set. However, like I said, they are combination exclusive, mainly just for the shoulder pads is what makes them exclusive. In other sets, they have like different kind of shoulder armor, and that's the only difference, really. But I think this is probably the cheapest way to get your hands on both of these figures in a set. Doubloon does have these nice little pirate molded sword pieces that look pretty darn cool, and Clancy, he just has a specialized broom and a bucket, or a mop, I guess, mop and bucket, and his head is the same as the Anachondri cultist in their Anachondri form, but in a nice green, lime green coloring. He does have a nice little peg leg, because, you know, he's a snake pirate. Removing the helmet from Doubloon, you can see he has a double-sided face. Now, you may be wondering, is this basically the exact same face but upside down? Pretty much. It pretty much is. Just with that little mouth thing. And it's kind of interesting, because, you know, doubloon, it's a coin of sorts, so it kind of makes sense to me with the printing there, but it was confusing for me out of box, because I thought I got a misprinted head, not gonna lie. But yeah, let's move on to the next figure. For the third minifigure included in this set, we have Zane in his air jitsu robes. That's at least what it's called on the show. They call it the air jitsu robes. This figure is exclusive to this set. One thing I do want to note, though, is that his mask and his legs are the exact same used in his possession outfit. So, kind of interesting how they managed to recreate a new minifigure just using those parts again. I don't mind it. It's pretty cool. Removing the mask and the shoulder pad armor that contains 2 swords, you can see more of the detailing on the back of the torso. You got the Zane little symbol there with some wings on it, and then you can see that this figure does have a double-sided face. This is the double-sided face that was used for quite a while once Zane got his titanium look. Pretty cool. I always loved this minifigure head. It just gave you 2 neat options. And if you're wondering what the mask looks like on Zane with his regular face, there you go, that's what he looks like. But yeah, not much else to say about this figure, so let's move on to what else is included in this set. Taking a quick look at the instructions, you do have 2 booklets for this set. As you can tell, book number 1 just contains the building instructions for the little glider, and then about half of the build for the raid zeppelin. And then it says to continue into book 2, but there is a win at the back on this booklet. And moving on to the second booklet, it's a lot larger than the first one. It says number 2, and it basically just finishes the raid zeppelin, as you guys can see. And it does show off those little play features we showed off earlier. Then you got a nice little Ninjago poster for Skybound, along with advertisements for the other Skybound sets. Advertisement for lego.com/ninjago, along with the app that came out at the time. And then you have a parts listing, and then an advertisement for Lego Club. In terms of extra parts, this is what I got in my copy of the set. I found it very interesting that they included an extra pirate flag. Overall, I think this is a pretty unique looking Ninjago set. If you're a Zane fan, I'd say pick this up, as this is the only way you can obtain his minifigure. It's definitely a cheap way to get Clancy and Doubloon. The build's alright. I don't really have that many complaints from it. I can see a lot of people hanging this in their Lego collection fairly easily. Has some great play features. Don't really have that many complaints about it, so yeah, I'd say pick this up if you're considering it. It doesn't seem like it was that expensive at the time. But yeah, those are more or less my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this review, consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, hit that bell notification, you'd be very much appreciated. But yeah, again, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you all in a future video. Until then, see you later, bye.